I have been playing this Minecraft Amplified world for quite a bit of time. As you can see, I pretty much got everything I will ever need. But still 74 days in, and I have built absolutely nothing. Just to put this into perspective, this right here is my home. A hole in the side of an old cave with an enchant table and a bunch of chests in it. So I thought, you know what? It is time to actually start expanding this world. And my first project is going to be a pirate harbor set right about here. It's going to be complete with ships and little taverns and also a way to get up here because having to climb the side of a mountain is not fun. But in order to make all of that, I am going to need to get myself some more spruce wood because I basically have none. So we're just going to take a nice little stroll all the way to the spruce forest, which is just in this direction. You can already see it over there. And I'm just going to grab as much spruce wood as I possibly can. Okay, I think this is a good amount of spruce logs for now. If I do need more spruce logs, I got a ton of saplings and I can just bone meal stuff because I do have a ton of bones actually. So off we go back home and let's get started on this thing. So the first thing I might as well start with is this pathway going up. Now I do have a couple of blocks that I want to use to maybe decorate this with, but starting off, I want to start right above the water. So we're going to put some slabs here. I might change these a little bit later, but I just want something to signify where the water starts. And then we do a little bit of terraforming going all the way up because I want this to kind of go up gradually, not just like a giant sharp incline. So something like that looks good. And I want to use some of the path blocks as well as some of these mossy cobblestone and tough blocks in between. So kind of maybe alternating them a little bit like this, just kind of putting them randomly. I don't have a lot of tough blocks, so I will definitely have to go down into the mines to get some. I also want to sprinkle a little bit of stone brick in here because when you think of pirates, you think of them not being the best architects. They're not really the best at making things. They're sort of like, oh, it works okay, then that's great. So upkeep by them is not going to be absolutely amazing. So the path is going to be kind of falling apart and little things are going to be missing here and there. I can also add some pieces of stone in here as well. I'm not really sure about the stone though. I might change that out later on. And then I can sort of fill in the rest here with path blocks. There we go. Something like this, you know, it's very simple to walk up. And I probably will put some slabs here now that I'm thinking about it, just to make it easier for you to walk up instead of having to hold spacebar. So what if I bring this back one a little bit, put some of these slabs in here, maybe put one there, and then we can maybe have some here, maybe one there, and we can kind of just sprinkle these around. So we can maybe add some more slabs here, one over there, and just kind of do this so that there is an easy way for you to get up, but it's not like it's like a defined path. I'm gonna add temporary torches for now, but I do want to replace these with actual like pirate themed lights, which I do have a design for that. I just need to smelt a bunch of copper. But if we go out here, you can kind of see what I am talking about here, except I will replace those pieces of stone because that does not look great. But I can go here, dock my boat, climb up, and then get up to where my base is, which is all the way over there. Now I'm going to clear out the inside of this just a little bit. I'll also take some of this copper with me because I'm definitely going to need it. But essentially what I'm going to do is add a little bit of a water elevator on one side and a water elevator on the other side. I just don't have a magma block, unfortunately, but it's just going to go straight up and it's going to reach the top of the mountain, and then that'll be an easy way for me to get in and out of my base. And I can dock a bunch of little boats down here so I can go off wherever I need to go. But now we have to start on the actual harbor itself, and again it's going to be kind of split, so I'm going to use dirt just as a little placeholder block, so it'll kind of be split over here, and then maybe we could start it kind of over here, so it'll kind of go out this way a little bit. So maybe something like this, where we kind of go like 3 blocks and 3 blocks and 3 blocks, and then we kind of do the same thing. Then maybe we can actually go a little bit further here, and then we go back in. So something like that, and then the ships will dock on the edge of this. And then moving down to this side, we're gonna kind of do something a little bit similar. So going 3 blocks out, and then another 3 blocks out, and then another 3 blocks out, and we'll see where we are right now. Yeah, this is actually a pretty good place to stop here in terms of how far away it is from the mountain. And we'll go actually a little bit further straight here, a couple blocks, and then we'll go back in and sort of do the same thing. And then on this area, since it's close, we're going to go a little bit further out. And since this area opens up a little bit, we're going to do a similar thing that I did here on that side. Alright, so we got the basic outline for what I'm going for here. And of course, there will be things that will stick out here so that other ships can dock. So it'll be like kind of like a big long pathway. There'll be like a ship on one side, a ship on another side. And this is just here to signify how far out the little walkways are going to be. So there's going to be different things here, like maybe like a little square thing where people can store stuff and, you know, little shops are going to be. And then there's going to be taverns inside the mountain itself. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I want this area to actually curve out a little bit. So maybe just following the path a little bit and then going out a bit more, and then we can sort of loop back in. So something like that instead, I think actually would work a little bit better. And for the outside to replace the dirt, I was thinking of using deep slate tiles, just because there's going to be a lot of spruce in this build, and I love the look of deep slate mixed with spruce. And then I was also thinking just using some spruce slabs instead of full blocks to sort of fill this in. And I'm doing this side first just because I want to get a feel for the design that I am building. And if I can get this part done, then I can just sort of move to that part. Okay, so this thing is done, so you can get the basic idea. And now for the wall going all the way around on the outside. I want to use a mixture of barrels, cobblestone walls, lightning rods, and lanterns. And I think I'm going to start it right about here, because this area here is going to be the entrance. So you'll kind of walk on this pathway and you'll go across, and then you'll be able to enter this area. And then the same thing will be on this side. There'll be like an area to enter, so you go on this area. But I did see this design for a little lamppost on Instagram, and I think it works very well for this pirate theme. And I do want to use some of the cobblestone just to make things a little bit lighter, because I find that this entire place is pretty dark right now. And I think actually I'll use some birch fence gates, just so that if I need to just open a fence gate and jump into the water, I can not have to go all the way around, because it's just better for convenience. So I'm thinking to make my life a little bit easier, I would put some of these cobblestone walls on corner blocks, because if I add 2 fence gates here, it doesn't really connect to anything, and it kind of looks a little bit odd. So I was thinking of just kind of periodically adding these every couple of blocks, and then we can do the same thing. We can add the lightning rods, and then we can add the lanterns on top. I also do have some barrels, and I was thinking of putting maybe barrels underneath this, but I think would be a little bit too tall. It would kind of look a little bit off. So I want to get some birch fences and fence gates to fill this in to see how that looks. So there has been a change of plans a little bit, because I had to move some things around, because a lot of the time the fence gates would not like fit in between the posts, and it was just kind of a debacle a little bit. But I did end up fixing it and made it look decently well. But now that I got this down, I think I can focus on this side over there, because I finally got the idea that I want, and I think it looks good. But I will have to sleep first, because that zombie over there does not look like he likes me. Excuse me guys, you're ruining the fun. Now for this area over here, again, I just have to start basically removing all of the dirt and replacing it with deep slate tile. So now that all the deep slate tiles are put in, it is now time to put in the floors, which again, it's just going to be a bunch of spruce slabs. And now that that is complete, again, I need to add some of these stone walls. And excuse me, Mr. Zombie, you are very annoying, sir. I don't have quite enough to finish it, but I just want to see exactly how this is looking like if I go all the way over here. Okay, yeah, that's not looking bad. It looks like that side, which is great. Eventually, all the pillars will be put in, and there'll be like boats and stuff beside it. So I am done making the ships, and I did a little bit of a bad YouTuber thing. I basically pressed the button on my keyboard keyboard that stops the recording like midway through building this. So I didn't realize until I built all 3 ships, and so yeah, there's really no record of me actually building it, but you know, at least they're here, right? So I just disabled the buttons to start and stop the recording on my keyboard anyways, because I find I never really use them. But anyways, this one here is partly made by a guy named Quell. I just kind of used his tutorial for the shape, and then I built the rest myself. I'm still probably going to change the sail because I'm not really sold on it. It kind of looks more like an egg shape than a sail. This one here, the entirety of it is built by Bryce here, and I wanted to go for a little pirate ship in the middle because I feel like there'd be like different sizes of ships, right? So this person's like pretty rich, this person's just starting out, you know, they're not great, and this person's kind of in the middle. And this last ship here is completely my own. I learned from these 2 here and built my own, and I think it actually turned out pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I think the sail looks a lot better than what I originally did. If we go out just over here, I can give you a side view, and yeah, honestly, I'm really liking the way this turned out, especially for someone like me who doesn't really build ships at all. But now we have to start on the little docks that will go all the way down so people can get on and off the ships, because I've been having trouble myself getting on and off these things. I have to swim all the way around and then jump on to get back on these things. Yeah, it's not great. So I do have some blocks in my inventory, and I'm thinking of using a little bit of chiseled stone brick stairs, maybe some mossy cobble, and some spruce log, which I do need to go grab a little bit more of these. But essentially, it's going to be stairs going down, and then pillars are going to be made out of the chiseled stone bricks, and it's going to be a very simple way for you to basically get on top of your ship. And I also want to use the same design for the pillars that will go into the water on the back of this. So there will be different spots in between with a bunch of pillars made out of chiseled stone brick and some stone brick stairs. All right, I think we should start with this side here, and I am just too short to be able to place it. Nope, I'm actually good. All right, there we go. So pretty much it's just gonna have some stairs going all the way down here, just kind of like so, and it'll probably end at this level here, and then it will basically just be going across. So if we get some slabs and just bring it across just like so. Okay, I'm kind of messing up because I'm bobbing up and down. So it can be about this long. I think that's actually a pretty good size, and it's basically just repeating this on either side. I'm gonna add some more stairs here. I'm not really sure about the stairs because it kind of looks weird having it be just one shade. I might change that out, but for now I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. So the goal is to have pillars sort of go on either side here a little bit. I've been playing around with this a little bit. I'm not sure exactly how I want the pillars to go up because I was thinking maybe that and then some slabs. The issue is I kind of wish it was up another half block. You'd have a piece of the chiseled stone brick sort of sticking out and then maybe have this slab on top, because it kind of looks weird how it's only like a half slab up. But I would have to move this down, but if I move this down, it doesn't line up with the stairs, so I'm kind of stuck here in a sense. But just for now, I guess I'll continue with this design. If I want to change it at some point, I can always just do that. Hold on, I was thinking of an idea to break up the color a little bit. Maybe I could use some of the deep slate tiles that will go down, and then I could use the deep slate tile slabs to kind of go across it down the middle. And I think that actually looks a lot better. And then on the end here, maybe we could actually add like a full block. I think that would be better because I can add a ladder there, and I'm pretty sure that I can just go down one, put a ladder there and a ladder there, and then I can actually climb back up because it'll be a little bit difficult. If I'm stuck out here and I have to go all the way to there, I can just kind of climb up. I just want to test. What if I just have the one ladder here? Can I still climb up? No, I cannot. It's not looking like it. Okay, yeah, I need the 2 ladders. I was thinking maybe the water would be able to like push me up so I can climb on one. Now I gotta go and collect all of these slabs down here and basically remake this 2 more times. But before I do that though, I got to figure this thing out. And I'm thinking we could just maybe do upside down stairs. And we can kind of do the same thing with the deep slate tiles. And then maybe at about here, we could have the chiseled brick going all the way down into the water to kind of look like it's being held up. Yeah, I don't mind that. Again, I might change this design because I want it to look like the thing's actually being held up and not sort of just like floating here. So I might put something behind the stairs actually, make it look like it's being held up. But I think this design works for now, and I'm just gonna replicate this 2 more times. So all of the docks are now complete and everything's put into place. I do need to clear out some of the dirt though. But as you can see, I decided to change these slabs with some of the tough walls because I forgot that tough walls exist. And honestly, I think it looks a lot better than having the slabs there. And I also want to try something here, and that is actually putting campfires on these instead of actually having the slabs. Yeah, honestly, I like the way that looks. I decided to use the acacia just for a little bit of a pop in color, and I think that works out very well. And overall, I'm really liking the look of that. I think that actually looks pretty good. And now just replicating it on the other two. And let me take a quick look at this from far away to see how it actually looks, because I have not done this yet. Yeah, overall, it looks like it's really coming together, which is great. So I am starting on building the pillars to hold this thing up, and I think this design works out a lot better. So it's basically designed to be kind of random, where you see it goes up, but it's not fully like symmetrical almost. So how this is supposed to work is it's supposed to go from here all the way up and connect to the top, and I'm going to do this like 3 or 4 more times down there. And I also decided to add a piece of glowstone just to make sure everything's lit up, and I added some more of these acacia trapdoors because I had a lot more left, and I think it does match the rest of the build here, especially with those right there. So every couple of blocks, I'm basically just going to be adding some of these. Alright, the pillars are put in, and they honestly all look pretty good. I tried to space them out a decent amount, but I also tried to make them look somewhat close together so they don't look random, I guess. But yeah, this will definitely light up the area underneath here. I still gotta remove the torches, but I'll do that later. And now for the last thing, which is building the taverns and adding in some detail on here. Okay, so starting on the tavern, I want to actually put it right here, because I feel like since this is like the central dock, a lot of people would be using this one, and right in front of them is a place to get a drink. So how I want this to look is it's basically going to be sort of circular. So something basically like this. And I just got to clear this out now. And you know what? I think I'm gonna go one more layer on the inside with wood, actually. And then I'm thinking for the outside here, we could actually add some more glowstone, and then we can put these trapdoors in front. And now I'm gonna go back to continuing to clear the inside. All right, the area is cleared out, and I have an idea here for the floor, and that is to use birch wood. And the reason I'm gonna use birch is because I don't want everything to be this spruce color, and I think the birch does look pretty good. And for the walls, I think I do have a design that I want to use, and that is to use some of these tough bricks, because I have yet to use these, and I think it does fit a theme for like a pirate wall. And I was thinking of maybe mixing in a little bit of like the chiseled ones and the smooth ones, just periodically here and there, just to sort of break up the brick a little bit. There seems to also be a lot of pillagers. I can hear them underneath here, just making all their noises. Yeah, look at those guys down there. I don't really want to kill the banner guy, because I don't feel like having to get a bucket of milk. So I'm just gonna leave you guys be, and hopefully you all go away. Alright, the walls are done, and for the roof, I think I'm gonna go with some deep slate tiles. Yeah, I think it looks okay. It's kind of forcing your eyes down, which is where the main centerpiece is gonna be, which is gonna be like a bar over on this side, and some tables and chairs, and some barrels and stuff once I get into the decoration. But for now, I'm just gonna continue clearing out this, but for now, I'm gonna continue putting in the roof. Alright, there we go. The roof is now put in, and for the bar that's going to be in the corner, I'm thinking maybe some oak wood, because it's a different type of wood from all the others that I've been using. And I don't want to use spruce, because that's like for the outside here. Oh, and it is thunderstorming out here, so I'm going to go to sleep real quick. Alright, a simple bar, and I think up here we'll put some barrels, and we could have some slabs holding them up. And you know what? A lantern up here would look good as well. We can also put a lantern in the corner. We could also have some hanging lights those. Maybe those hang a little bit too far down. Let me see how this looks. Yeah, okay, I'm definitely gonna change that. Maybe I still can have one that hangs down a little bit farther, but over on this side. And for the seats, I'm going to be using a very classic design that everybody has used at some point in their time playing Minecraft, and that is basically just some stairs, a fence, and a pressure plate. And there we go. This entire place should be now complete, and it's starting to look like an actual tavern. Like, you walk in, you have your bar here, you have your seats, you can sit down and, you know, have a drink, got the lights hanging from the ceiling. I'm just gonna quickly replace this because it does not look great being grass. And also, maybe some stairs here would look nice. Actually, a little bit more. What if I did this here? Yeah, I think that looks better. So you'll walk in right through the middle. You have everything you need as a pirate coming in from a long day at sea. And now the next thing you'd probably want to do is stock up on supplies, and that's where this area is going to come in handy for you. There's going to be a shop back here with a bunch of things laid out for you to buy, and the stand is going to be very simple. It's just going to be a couple of wooden posts, and I'm thinking some deep slate tiles on the top to sort of match the roof in the other building. We can maybe have it slope across, and then we'll go down one, and then we'll go two across again, and then we'll go down one here and connect. There we go, something like this. We can put a lantern inside on that side and put a lantern there, and of course they'd have a bunch of barrels stacked up. They'd probably also have like a stone cutter there, a crafting table, and there would also most likely be stacks of goodies outside. There we go, stack of coal, a stack of copper, and then maybe a sign here pointing to what this place would hold and put it on either side. And I think they also would have a couple stacks of wood outside, and I'm gonna put it together with some rails, a very classic trick everybody does in Minecraft. I think there does need to be 2 more logs on either side, just like that. And just for good measure, we'll put a lantern on the stack of wood. And over on this side is sort of just like an unloading area where everything you get from your ships just sort of unloads here, and then you would sort it and maybe sell it in the shop over there, or bring it back to your little home base, or maybe put it back on your ship if you still need it. So up here is just going to be a mix of resources, just things the pirates have gotten from the voyages that they've been doing. So they got stacks of actual good resources, stacks of useless things like tough, and then stacks of wood, which is kind of like, you know, maybe things they're using to repair their ship, or things they got from destroying other ships out there in the sea. And over here on this platform is just going to be a little hangout area for the pirates. So something outside that preferably would not be getting rained on. So maybe just a little overhang thing like this I think would be really nice for the pirates to have. And we could also throw some more seats out here. So it gives the pirates a little place to basically watch the water. And I'll also add a little thing connected, and I'll put a couple lanterns in it. And you know what? Behind it, I'll throw some of the extra ores since I have them, just for a little bit of decoration. And there we go. This place should be now complete. Let me see how it looks like from the water after I sleep, of course. Well, you can't really see much from the water. I'm probably gonna have to go up there, but just looking at it from here, you can see the things that I built over there. You can kind of see the opening to the tavern, the shops over there, and you can't really see it, but if I go here, you can see little mountains of ores and stuff that they got from exploring. And looking at it from up here, yeah, it definitely looks a lot better. Now, I haven't created my water elevator, but this video is getting a little bit long, so I'm just gonna end it here. But overall, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, because I will be adding some more episodes to this series, building some more things, as well as doing some more 100 days content if that's your thing. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye, and have a great day.